Tonight, the President offered some positive and constructive proposals, including eliminating capital gains taxes for those who invest in small businesses, focusing on creating jobs in 2010, supporting our veterans, and investing more in education. Unfortunately, some of the proposals are fundamentally flawed. Freezing spending is normally a good idea, but the President's proposal will freeze government spending at its highest point in history. It's kind of like eating 2 pieces of cake, 2 pieces of pie, and 2 bowls of ice cream at every meal, and then saying that we're now going to be disciplined and never eat more than that. It's difficult to accept the President's sincerity about helping Main Street when every policy he has supported, from tax increases to health care reform to cap and trade, would destroy thousands of small businesses and hundreds of thousands of jobs. Jobs must be our focus in 2010 and should have been in 2009. But jobs for small businesses, not for an increasingly bloated government. Placing the blame on banks for causing the financial crisis is to completely ignore history. Congress created this crisis with the Community Reinvestment Act of 1975, which trapped financial institutions into creating what was called liar loans for people who could not possibly repay their mortgages, or these banks would have faced being closed by government regulators. Now Congress is pretending to fix the very problem it created by creating even more severe bureaucratic restrictions on America's financial liberties. If the government wants to stimulate small business, it needs to begin by giving back the TARP money to the very people from whom it was taken, Americans' taxpayers. If we're going to stimulate the economy and genuinely have small business create profits and more jobs, we've got to get the federal government out of our offices, out of our pocketbooks, and out of our faces. I fully agree that we need to invest more in education. But investing more in education will be wasted if we don't return control of our schools to our local communities and homes. And we should be alarmed by the proposal to forgive college tuition loans after 10 years only if one goes to work for the government. Americans understand the difference between reducing the deficit and the debt. Reducing the deficit is just slowing down how fast we'll still be borrowing money. We must commit to attacking the debt as a clear and present danger, an immediate and immense threat to our national security. Instead of taking a scalpel to the budget, we need to use an Arkansas chainsaw. We don't need the federal government to live within its means. We need the federal government to live within our means. Finally and fundamentally, we need bold new leadership committed to reducing the cost of government by reducing the size of government. Leaders who understand that government is more often the problem than the solution. Bold leaders who will commit themselves to returning the federal government to the prescription of the founders in our Constitution. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.